To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee.
Mockingbird is about growing up. The main character is a girl named Scott Finch who is about to turn 6 when the book begins and 8 when the book ends. The book is about what she learns about people and about life over the course of those 2 years. The book takes place between 1933 and 1935 in Macomb, Alabama. It's a small sleepy town in the deep south. Scott's father, Atticus, is a lawyer, but they don't have much money because his crimes are poor. Scott lives with his father, with brother Jem, and their cook Calpurnia. Her mother is dead. During the summers, a friend named Dill comes to stay next door, and he spends the summer playing with Jem and Scott. Scott basically learns 4 major lessons over the course of the book. She learns them partly from Atticus and partly from her own experience.
The first lesson is about that you won't understand someone until you put yourself in other people's shoes. She takes a while to master this one. In the storyline for the first part of the first book mostly shows her getting it wrong. Across the street from where Scott lives is the Radley house. The family that lives in it is very unsocial, and the son, Arthur Radley, is a man in his 30s who hasn't been seen outside for many years. The children in the town called him Boo Radley, as if he was a ghost. They have this horrible picture of what he's like, that he eats rats and cats that he catches, that he's ugly and drooling, and that he'll kill any child he catches. The real story of Arthur Radley is that he got in trouble with the law for being wild and disorderly when he was a teenager. His father never let him out of the house again. Now his father is dead, and he lives with his older brother, but he's still in complete recluse.
Throughout the first part of the book, Scott, Jem, and Dill play games with Bo in the Radley house's garden. One day they start finding presents like gum and pennies in the hollow tree. Boo Radley is leaving gifts for them, though it takes a long time for them to realize it. The kids make schemes to get Boo Radley out of the house so they can see him. One night they sneak around to the back of the house to try to look at him through the window. They get shot by the older brother, Nathan. Jem leaves his pants on the fence. Boo Radley fixes them and leaves them out for Jem. One night, when it's very cold and Jem and Scott were standing outside because of the nearest houses was on fire, Boo Radley puts a blanket over Scott. She doesn't even realize it. She still imagines he's really scary and she freaks out when she realizes who's behind her. Over the course of the year, they gradually realized he's actually nice, much more slowly than we do.
The second lesson of the book is that you don't kill mockingbirds. This lesson has a literal meaning. The kids are allowed to shoot every bird they want, but not mockingbirds, because mockingbirds don't eat anyone's plants or harm anything. All they do is make music. Mockingbird has a metaphorical meaning too, everyone who is weaker and defenseless. To kill mockingbird, in that sense, is to take advantage of someone weaker than you.
The second part of the book involves Tom Robinson. Tom is a black man who has been arrested because of raping a white woman named Mayela Elo. Atticus agrees to defend Tom, though he knows he is going to lose because of racism. Because of Atticus' decision, Jem and Scott are subjected to abuse from other children because Atticus defends black men for a crime like that. With that, Atticus tried to teach that the true bravery is when you keep fighting even when you know you won't win.
One evening, Atticus faces the mob down the night before the trial. Jem and Scott, who have sneaked out of the house, soon join him. Scott recognizes one of the men, and her polite questioning about his son shamed him into dispersing the mob. Scott and Jem sit in the courthouse and watch the trial along with the rest of the town. Atticus does a great job by his defense, and the children think he is going to win. Atticus provides impressive evidence that marks on Mayela's face are from wounds that her father inflicted. Yet, despite the significant evidence pointing to Tom's innocence, the all-white jury convicts him.
The children are crushed by Tom's conviction, as Atticus knew all along they would be. In that moment, they learned about the evil side of the whole community and the fact that even the justice system is based on unfairness. Despite the verdict, Bob Ewell feels that Atticus had made a fool out of him, and he vows revenge. In the Halloween, Scott and Jem are coming home in the dark. Bob tries to kill them and breaks Jem's arm by twisting it. Poor Ellie hears their cries and comes out of the house and kills Bob with a kitchen knife. Jem and Scout don't actually understand what is happening because of the dark.
The sheriff and Atticus discussing what to do about Evil's death. Atticus wants to say that Jem killed him by self-defense, but Sheriff said, "No way, Jem couldn't possibly done it." The sheriff insisted that Jem tripped on a root and failed on his own knife. The reason that Sheriff covered it up is that he knows that Arthur won't be glad of attention that he'll get. Since Arthur saved the children's life, the best award is to keep his privacy. Atticus is afraid to do this because he thinks that Jem and Scott won't respect him again. But Scott says that she understands. Making hero out of Boo will be like killing a mockingbird. That's a climactic moment in the book because it means she understands a lesson about mockingbirds. Despite having seen the unfairness of life, she sees its value as well.
Arthur is actually very childlike himself. After sitting with Scott for a while, Boo asks her to walk him across the street out to his own house because he is afraid. After she does so, she imagines all of her activities over the past couple of years through Arthur's eyes. That's when she finally understands the first lesson about understanding people by putting people in their shoes.
To kill a mockingbird?